In the early days of the Tian Yuan world, fierce beasts ruled the land. But resources were scarce. That era would later be remembered as the Age of Desolation. After countless millennia, spiritual energy revived. The demon clan, humans, and cultivators rose to power. And so, the Tian Yuan world entered its golden age. The Age of Cultivation. But driven by greed, cultivators plundered spiritual herbs, sacred lands, and relentlessly oppressed the demon clan. For the sake of resources, they didn't hesitate to start wars. If they couldn't claim something, they destroyed it. Now countless sects have risen. Resources are drying up. Ancient beasts stir once more. In this dangerous world, one must rely on a sect to survive. This barren period is now known as the Second Desolation. At the Xian sect's spiritual herb garden, a giant plant suddenly spat something out of its mouth, and from inside, a young man tumbled out. His name was Tian Yuan, an outer sect servant of Xian sect. He wiped dirt from his face and grumbled, "TCH, it's just pollination. No need to throw a tantrum. Guess I'll come back when you're in a better mood." Just then, a cheerful voice called out, "Senior brother Tian! Come eat! You need a full belly to work hard." It was He Miao, an outer sect disciple. She waved him over excitedly. "It's your favorite today, durian chicken stew." Tian Yuan's face lit up. "Nice." Sweat dripped down his face as he walked over, and He Miao quickly wiped it for him. "All set, let's eat." She beamed. "Thanks, Miao." Tian Yuan smiled. In his heart, he reflected, "My name's Tian Yuan. As you can see, I'm just a nameless gardener in the sect. In my past life, I was born with crippled legs, confined to a small yard, spending my days with flowers and plants. My body couldn't travel far, but my heart, it always dreamed of soaring through the world of cultivation. But everything changed the day I heard that radio broadcast. Today's horoscope for Sagittarius. Major good luck ahead. You're about to strike it big." When I opened my eyes again, the world looked exactly like the one I'd always dreamed of. Which means I can cultivate now. Nearby, a pair of girls laughed at him. "What's Tian blabbering about this time?" "Yeah, dreaming about cultivation so much he's gone crazy." Tian Yuan ignored them, daydreaming. "Should I be a handsome sword cultivator? A flashy artifact user? Or a mysterious talisman master?" But the moment he imagined showing off, harsh reality hit. "Wait. I don't have a spiritual root. I'm a total waste." Memories flooded his mind. The sect master had once told him, "No spiritual root? You think you can cultivate?" But maybe the heavens took pity on him. Though he lacked a spiritual root, he was born with a rare innate herb saint body, a physique highly attuned to plants. The sect master bent the rules, assigning him to manage the spiritual herb garden. Wow, Ajiao has grown so much already. But this body had its inconveniences too. This physique makes me give off the scent of spiritual herbs. That's why. He Miao leaned in, inhaling deeply. "Senior brother Tian, you always smell so good." Tian Yuan backed away. "That's the problem. Doesn't mean you have to get this close." This was He Miao, his junior sister. They joined the sect in the same year, came from the same hometown, and naturally became close. Hee, I can't help it," she giggled, snuggling up to him. "Snuggling up to senior brother makes me smell nice too." Tian Yuan sighed. "You're impossible." "All right, just for a bit." "You're the best senior brother," he thought to himself. "Honestly, this life isn't so bad." But then, a stern voice cut through the moment. "Tian Yuan!" They turned to see Wen Yu, the top disciple of Xian's sect. Her cold gaze made Tian Yuan stiffen. "The sect master entrusted you with the herb garden. Slacking off now? Are you asking for punishment?" Tian Yuan stammered. "Ahaha. I am working, senior sister. Please don't be mad." "Junior sister, get off me." Tian Yuan cursed his bad luck. "Why'd it have to be her? Rumor is she's the strictest, scariest one in the sect." He Miao snapped back. Senior brother Tian's just a mortal. Senior sister Wen, are you trying to work him to death in this heat? Tian Yuan panicked. Great, now she's really riled up. When you responded coldly. Tending to the herb garden is Tian's job, and shouldn't you be on sect duties instead of loitering here? He Miao shouted. You pick on senior brother Tian every day, just because we're weak outer sect disciples. Say what you want. When you said flatly, I'm simply doing my duty as your senior sister. He Miao's temper flared, and she summoned her spiritual energy. I won't let you bully senior brother Tian. Tian Yuan shouted. Don't be reckless, junior sister. But when you instantly appeared behind He Miao and struck her down with a swift blow. Blood spilled from He Miao's lips. Tian Yuan rushed to her side. Are you okay? I'm fine. She coughed. He supported her and glared at Wen Yu. Wen Yu! How could you be so harsh to your own junior sister? I simply fulfilled my role as senior sister. Take your duties more seriously. I don't want to see anyone slacking during work hours. Understood, Tian Yuan? Tian Yuan could only grit his teeth in silence. As Wen Yu left, she glanced back. Mind yourself. Tian Yuan sat He Miao down on a log. All wrapped up. Luckily, the injury isn't serious. He Miao grumbled. What gives that woman the right to be top disciple? Tian Yuan cautioned. Don't say that. Senior sister Wen is strict, sure, but she's always the first to help when there's danger. She targets you like this and you're still defending her? If only I had a wisteria herd to boost my cultivation. I wouldn't let her push us around. Tian Yuan smirked. A wisteria herb, huh? I can help with that. He Miao's eyes widened. Senior brother? You're not thinking of stealing. Sure. Don't say that word. Anyway, leave it to me. She threw her arms around him. Senior brother, you're the best. Whoa, don't wipe your snot on me. But unbeknownst to them, someone was watching. It was Wen Yu, silently observing from the shadows. That night, Tian Yuan slipped into the herb garden under cover of darkness. It's late, everyone's meditating in their caves by now. That means, the herb garden's mine for the night. He started watering the herbs and placing control talismans. These weeds are getting out of hand lately. His gaze fell on the wisteria herb field. Whoa, these wisteria herbs have gotten so dense, if they're overcrowded they won't grow properly. But behind him, a cold voice spoke. Is that so? Funny. I've never heard you say that as your master. Tian Yuan turned pale. As sect master? I was just waiting for you, you believe me, right? The sect master wasn't fooled. He grabbed Tian Yuan by the throat. Caught red-handed, and still making excuses? He ordered his men. Beat him to a pulp. 3 disciples stepped forward and began mercilessly beating Tian Yuan. He Miao ran over, crying out, Master, please. If this keeps up, you'll break all his limbs. Tian Yuan, battered and bloody, looked at her with grateful eyes. She's begging for me, as expected. But then, He Miao smirked. Master, for my sake, at least let him have a complete corpse. Tian Yuan's heart shattered. He Miao, what do you mean by that? Just what it sounds like, senior brother Tian. She giggled. It's your fault for being so dense. I dropped hints for ages, and you finally steal a wisteria herb for me. Don't worry, once you're gone, I'll manage the herb garden. No more sneaking around. Tian Yuan's world collapsed. But then, a voice shouted out. Master, Tian Yuan's wrong for stealing herbs, but He Miao put him up to it. It was Wen Yu. The sect master asked. Is that true? Absolutely. I even recorded it. He Miao shouted. She's lying. She's jealous of me and Tian Yuan being together. The sect master laughed. Hee, all you've ever stolen is my heart, my sweet little treasure. Wen Yu clenched her fists in fury. If this sect can't tell right from wrong, then I won't stay another day. She unsheathed her sword and swiftly struck down Tian Yuan's attackers. Her blade lifted Tian Yuan's battered body into the air, and she carried him away. Master, they're escaping! He Miao shouted. The sect master smirked. Don't rush. Tian Yuan, barely conscious, thought. Why would she save me? When you shouted, Focus on yourself, you clueless idiot! The sect master roared, unleashing a terrifying spiritual palm that slammed them both to the ground. He Miao clapped gleefully. Master, you promised to leave his body intact. My bad. But even shattered herb saint bodies have their uses. Tian Yuan lay dying. I'm not dead yet. When you shielded me, but I'm just a mortal. I won't last. If I could start over, I'd kill them both, with my own hands. Then suddenly, a voice rang out. Congratulations, host has entered a near-death state. Activating Heaven's chosen gardener system. Tian Yuan smiled weakly. System, took you long enough. Host has successfully awakened the system. Distributing awakening reward. Tian Yuan saw the reward. Still, you came just in time. Awarded, 1 10,000-year flower spirit seed. The flower spirit seed requires the host's blood to activate. Proceed? Tian Yuan grinned, spitting out blood onto the seed. You even have to ask? Of course. Flower spirit seed, activate. Meanwhile, in the herb garden, He Miao smugly reported. That thief Tian Yuan has already been taken care of, master. About managing the herb garden. The sect master waved his hand. Relax. From now on, it's entirely your responsibility. But just then, a strange glow began to radiate from Tian Yuan's broken body. One of the nearby sect disciples noticed it, and his eyes gleamed greedily. That's gotta be something valuable. No way I'm letting that witch He Miao take all the credit for herself. I'll quietly claim it. Another disciple stopped him. Hold it. Don't forget my share. As the first disciple reached out to grab the glowing seed, it began to pulse and bloom, rapidly transforming into a cluster of enormous, radiant flowers. A burst of spiritual energy knocked both men off their feet. The sect master's face twisted in shock. What is this? He Miao stared in horror. What's happening? Why did such a massive flower suddenly bloom in the herb garden? The sect master's expression darkened. There's no mistaking it, a phenomenon like this, it's at least 100,000-year great spirit. He quickly explained. Just as humans have 4 major cultivation realms, heaven, earth, mystic, and mortal, the demon race's spirits ascend by age, 10,000-year spirit, 100,000-year great spirit, million-year demon king, and 10-million-year demon emperor. Most spiritual herbs cultivate just fine with a fraction of that lifespan, but if we refine this spirit, even I can't imagine the benefits. He Miao hesitated. But master, this spirit looks completely human. How are we supposed to refine her? The sect master snapped. Nonsense! Spirits can't take human form. But before he could finish, the giant flower petals parted, revealing a breathtakingly beautiful woman within. She slowly opened her eyes, ancient and cold. I have been asleep for so long. The sect master's heart dropped. A spirit, in human form? Just how powerful must this great spirit be? The woman raised a hand, speaking into the air. Morning Glory Transmission Vine. This is Empress Manhwa, calling all 4 demon emperors. Mei Wei, Siu Ul, Yu. If you can hear me, respond. Humph, don't tell me those fools really died in that last war? The sect master quickly barked an order. You too! What are you standing there for? Go capture her. She's only just woken up, her combat strength must be weak. Bring her to me, and I'll reward you handsomely. The 2 disciples hesitated in fear, but moved forward. Manhwa smiled coldly, her crimson eyes gleaming. Humph. I always thought 1 empress on this continent was more than enough. As the men drew closer, Manhwa unleashed an attack. Humans should all die. Petals like blades of light shot toward them. One of the men's eyes widened in horror as the petals touched his skin, and his body began to dissolve into nothing. His screams echoed briefly, then fell silent. Manhwa frowned. Is that all I've got? Has my power really weakened this much? The sect master's face twisted in fear. Her power, it's terrifying. I can't fight her. I need to get out of here. But as he turned to flee, Fei Hua's sharp gaze locked onto him. Coward! She flung another wave of petals at him, but this time, they harmlessly passed over his body. Fei Hua's eyes widened. What? He's unharmed? No. I've been asleep too long. I can't control my power properly, focus, if I just concentrate. She launched another attack, but again, the sect master stood unharmed. He looked confused, then began to laugh. Ha! I knew it. You just woke up, your strength is a joke now. Take this. He summoned his sword. Purple Chi Rising Sword. A powerful beam shot out, striking Fei Hua and sending her crashing to the ground. He grabbed her by the throat. Once I refine and absorb you, I'll break through to heaven rank for sure. Fei Hua coughed, blood spilling from her lips. I finally wake up, only to die at the hands of a mere human? From a distance, Tian Yuan had been watching everything. He gritted his teeth and looked to his system. This flower spirit you gave me is pathetic. Barely lasted a second before getting flattened. The system responded. This is the micro-gardener system. To fully activate a planted spirit's power, the host must make direct contact. So, I have to get close to her? Wounded and bleeding, Tian Yuan pushed himself up and limped toward Fei Hua. I'm dead either way, might as well trust this system for once. As he neared her, the sect master spotted him. You're still alive? Guess I'll finish you off myself. He slashed at Tian Yuan, who barely dodged, collapsing next to Fei Hua. Fei Hua looked up at him weakly. I am Fei Hua, Demon Empress of the Central Continent. And you think a mere human can grab my hand? Tian Yuan growled. Quit acting all high and mighty, and grab my damn hand already. The sect master stepped forward. Still alive? I'll crush you myself. Fei Hua glared. Humans, pathetic to the very end. Even with death staring you in the face, you still dare to defile me? But then, she noticed Tian Yuan's outstretched hand. His scent, it's oddly comforting, strangely soothing, my body, it's moving toward him on its own, but no way am I letting a human touch me. But before she could pull away, Tian Yuan grabbed her ankle. A system notification chimed. Congratulations. Host has successfully made contact with the planted spirit. A brilliant light erupted. Awakened active talent, unlocked. Tian Yuan blinked. Wait, the power you mentioned, you mean I'm planting this great spirit inside my dantian? Fei Hua's face twisted in disbelief. Even a dantian is a field? How did I end up here? She felt her strength start to return. The system spoke again. Detected spirit herb successfully planted within host's dantian. Exalting Sade's energy. The sect master's face contorted in rage. Enough games! You stole my spirit, now I'll rip her out of you. Tian Yuan panicked. System, help! Initiating plant-human fusion. A green light enveloped Tian Yuan, his body transforming. He let out a powerful roar as his strength surged. In one strike, he demolished the massive stone gate at the garden's entrance. The sect master barely dodged, his face pale as he looked back at the shattered gate. Sweat dripped from his brow. What is this power? Tian Yuan floated in the air, his new form part human, part plant. Vines coiled around his arms, petals glowing along his skin. The system cheerfully announced. Plant-human fusion form unlocked. Tian Yuan looked at himself and groaned. Seriously? That's the name you went with? Couldn't you think of something cooler? Both of them were hiding in fear, peeking out from behind cover. Holy crap! One of them whispered. That sword strike was insane! Is this really the same useless Tian Yuan we know? Tian Yuan stood calmly, staring at the power surging in his hand. My control still sucks, he muttered. The slash veered off target. No way I should miss from this distance. The sect master was still seething with rage, but before he could act, Tian Yuan unleashed another vicious attack at him. The sect master's eyes widened. That power! Terrifying! What happened to this kid's body? He barely managed to block the strike, but Tian Yuan was already behind him, launching another attack. This time, the blade cut him slightly. Tian Yuan grinned coldly. I'll use your blood to kickstart my journey to the top. The sect master, though shaken, kept silent. Then, gathering his strength, he growled. You reckless fool! Swinging your sword like a man and thinking my blood will help you rise? In the next instant, the sect master transformed, his aura swelling. Both Tian Yuan and Fei Hua stared in shock. Fei Hua scoffed. You're a straight-up pervert, the sect master sneered. Ziyun sword technique. Purple mood activate! And in a flash, he charged at Tian Yuan, much faster than before. Tian Yuan dodged swiftly, but noted the speed. So fast. But you think your purple mood works on a plant-type cultivator like me? The two clashed for a while, strikes and counters lighting up the battlefield. But one of the sect master's attacks finally connected, shattering part of the mask on Tian Yuan's face. The sect master grinned cruelly, attacking again. Even with all that power, you're still trash. Years of cultivation, experience, things you'll never catch up to. Let's see how long you can last. Fei Hua watched the fight from inside Tian Yuan's consciousness. As expected, she thought grimly. Even with my power, a mere human can't control it properly. Am I really going to die right after waking up? But just then, a flash of light caught her eye. What is that? Outside, Tian Yuan taunted the sect master. I've written over a dozen cultivation novels, old man. First time someone's told me I lack experience. It's just about using high-frequency spiritual energy to boost the blade. You really think I can't pull that off? The sect master's expression darkened. Your sword can regenerate? I underestimated you. Tian Yuan smirked. Damn right. It's longer and sharper now. Hearing their ridiculous banter, Fei Hua shouted angrily. Will you two idiots fight properly already? Tian Yuan chuckled. Every cultivation technique boils down to controlling spiritual energy. Project it, restrain it. Watch closely. I call this move Death Beneath the Bloom. A massive explosion shook the ground, sending the sect master flying. Fei Hua's eyes widened as she realized what had happened. He used plant properties to absorb spiritual energy faster, then unleashed it all at once. His spiritual energy control, it even surpasses mine. But Tian Yuan didn't stop. He summoned dozens of flower-shaped spiritual attacks, which burst like bombs around the sect master. From afar, Miao watched in panic. Damn it, the old guy's actually losing to Tian Yuan? Was all my sacrifice for nothing? Now heavily wounded, the sect master fell to one knee. Wait, he gasped. For the sake of our master-disciple bond, spare me. The herb garden is yours. And you can enjoy Miao however you like. Tian Yuan smirked darkly. Sure. I won't kill you. Our bond was ruined by that treacherous girl. Kill her, and maybe we can patch things up. The sect master nodded. True, that lying, slandering tramp deserves to die. Miao's face went pale. She turned to run, crying out, No! I don't want to die! But before she could escape, the sect master struck her from behind, piercing her chest. For your master's sake, just sacrifice yourself for now. That brat can't stay in this state forever. I'll avenge you later. Inside, Fei Hua watched grimly. Foolish, soft-hearted kid. You still don't get how cruel humans can be. Suddenly, she noticed something. Tian Yuan raised his hand, launching a final, devastating attack that killed the sect master. Before dying, the old man gasped. You tricked me? Tian Yuan laughed. I've written enough novels to know exactly how villains like you operate. At that moment, the spirit flower seed emerged from Tian Yuan's body, blooming into a magnificent flower. The energy drain left him weak, and he staggered. Fei Hua appeared before him, smiling slyly. Not bad, you humans are amusing. Now kiss my toes and become my exclusive servant. I might spare you. Tian Yuan's hand trembled as he reached out, but then he swatted her foot away. You've lost your mind. A summoned spirit trying to make me her master? Get real. Furious, Fei Hua shouted. Filthy brat, I'll kill you myself. But the moment she got close to Tian Yuan, her expression shifted. What's happening? I got hit by a human, so why am I feeling this fluttery sensation? Something's wrong, his whole body radiates this intoxicating aura. Unable to resist, she grabbed Tian Yuan and kissed him. Not good. I can't control my body at all, she thought. Tian Yuan froze, utterly stunned. Fei Hua pulled back, her face flushed and furious. That was my first kiss, you bastard!